Okay, let's just dive right in. If you're in the nonprofit world, you have absolutely felt this. That little spark of hope when you open up a generic AI thinking, finally, this is the lifeline my team needs. But then, that hope just fizzles out, right? And you're left with this deep sense of frustration because the results, they just aren't cutting it. Exactly. And it's a question you really have to ask yourself. Because the thing that's supposed to be a time saver ends up being a total time sink. You're pouring hours into rewriting, correcting, and basically begging a generic tool to understand the incredibly specialized world of grant writing. I mean, does that sound at all familiar? And this quote from the FundRobin team, wow, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that feeling. Instead of being a strategic grant writer, you've accidentally become a quality control manager for a machine that just doesn't get the rules of the game. You're stuck in this exhausting, inefficient loop. Well, what's so interesting is that there's actually a name for this hidden time suck. It's called the verification tax. And this is the core problem, the thing that generic AI sneaks into your workflow. Honestly, understanding this is the first real step to fixing it. So what exactly is this verification tax? Well, think of it as the invisible cost you pay every single time you use one of those generic tools. It's all those hours you spend fixing that weird robotic phrasing, making sure the budget numbers aren't completely made up, and double-checking every single claim because, let's be honest, you just can't trust it. This tax completely wipes out any time you thought you were saving. Picture the scenario, because this slide shows the broken cycle perfectly. You write a prompt, it generates some text, then you have to go on a fact-checking mission to hunt down its hallucinations. Then you have to rewrite the whole thing to sound human. Then you've got to manually check it against the funder's super strict word limits. And more often than not, you're right back at step one. It is an exhausting treadmill. And look, this isn't just a feeling we all have. It's a documented fact. A recent evaluation from Stanford Medicine totally backs this up. For the kind of competitive, high-stakes funding you're going for, these generic models, they just don't have the deep context they need. They literally make stuff up, and that is a huge, huge risk. And the risks here go way beyond just wasting your time. We're talking about really serious stuff. Submitting fabricated data that could get you blacklisted, accidentally breaching compliance rules like GDPR, or, worst case scenario, exposing sensitive information about your donors or the people you serve. The damage to your reputation could be absolutely devastating. So if that generic approach is so broken, what's the alternative? Well, this guide suggests it's time to completely rethink your AI toolbox. It's about a fundamental shift in how you see this technology, moving away from a simple one-off assistant and toward a fully strategic system. And this right here, this is the big aha moment. On one side, you have the writing assistant, basically a blank box you just feed prompts into, hoping for the best. But on the other, you have grant infrastructure, a specialized integrated system that was built from the ground up for the world of fundraising. The difference is just night and day. This chart just makes it crystal clear. With generic AI, your sensitive data is at high risk. It's often being used to train the model. But with specialized infrastructure, you get enterprise-grade security. The output goes from robotic and clunky to highly tailored and compliance-checked. And maybe most critically, you go from using outdated, inaccessible data to a real-time database of funders and budgets that actually add up. And this is a total game changer. Specialized infrastructure is built with all the compliance rules already baked right in. It gets the nuances of the UK Charity Commission, GDPR, and other global standards. This just demolishes a huge part of that verification tax because the system is designed from the start not to make those kinds of mistakes. So when you change your tools, you create this incredibly powerful shift in your team's focus. You're moving from a state of being constantly overwhelmed by busy work to operating as a truly strategic fundraising unit. Just imagine a world where your time is actually spent on the things that move the needle. And this says it all about the change in your role. You stop being a prompt engineer, where your job is to constantly tweak commands to fix a robot's output. Instead, you become a strategic director. You're providing the high-level vision and guidance, while the infrastructure handles all that administrative heavy lifting. You're leading, not just fixing. Now, let's look at the actual impact on your time, because these numbers are staggering. Recent data shows a typical grant proposal can easily take 40 hours with a generic manual process. But with a specialized infrastructure, that time gets slashed down to just 4 hours. That is a massive 80% reduction in administrative drag, freeing you up for much higher value work. So what does that 80% reduction actually look like over the course of a single month? It looks like this. Over 200 hours. Just let that sink in for a second. 200 hours of your team's time every single month. And what do you do with those 200 hours? You use them to build real relationships with foundation officers. You use them to sharpen your program strategy. You use them to apply for 3 times as many grants that are a perfect match for your mission. See, this isn't just about saving time. It's about turning that reclaimed time into real strategic power and ultimately more funding. So when it all comes down to it, the problem isn't really AI, it's the kind of AI you're using. By making that shift from a generic assistant to a specialized infrastructure, you eliminate the verification tax and unlock your team's true strategic potential. So the final question we want to leave you with is a really powerful one. What could your mission achieve with all those hours back?